So Veronica Gray did her first modeling assignment here on Good Morning America. She was just modeling the model. She didn't know what she was doing. She was trying to do her best to be a model for the first time. Now, Veronica Gray is supermodel. And when you look at world class billionaires, moguls, notorious entrepreneurs, MDs, and more, here's Veronica Gray's supermodel Veronica Gray living life with a purpose thanks to Justin Bieber. This girl knows how to play the game. This is my good friend Veronica Gray. Here she is with her friend Bieber. The Biebs. And that's the interesting thing, is that whose leadership? Veronica Gray found her way to being a model through TV. And you will ultimately find your way to wherever you're going through TV. Here she is learning how to be a model on TV. Now, today, she's a supermodel. And I guess we should have played America's fastest growing game show, but, so many of you know that I'm in Nashville. I'm here to be a speaker at an event, and we've taken time away from our New York City home to come to a good event where we usually do well. And I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to have all of you on this webinar. And I'm especially excited to have clips from April, Magic Messenger, April Armstrong. Jesus, I miss you so much. And I'm excited to talk to you and to watch your clip. But before I get to that, I wanted to talk to you about the new book, because I only had battery enough to do like 5% on the plane. I was so pissed that I only had 5% battery on the plane. But I got to read through this first chapter. And I got to tell you, guys, there's basically 5 parts of being a celebrity entrepreneur. It's going to give me a note. Here we go. There's 5 parts of being a celebrity entrepreneur. Celebrity entrepreneurship. Celebrity entrepreneurship. There's 5 parts to this, my friends. And it is best epitomized by my friend's father, this guy, Arnold Kopelson. Is there any one of you, aside from, you know what, Tamisa, that's BS. And there are more and more senior women who are becoming models because the baby boom generation, no baby boomers are models? Baby boomer doesn't need models? That's what I'm talking about. Now, aside from those of you who were on the webinar last week and saw me talking about this, man, does anybody, if you know who this is, I want you to type I know, unless you were on the webinar last week and I taught you then. If you don't know who it is, if you've never seen this guy, if you don't know who Arnold Kopelson was, type I don't know in the chat. Come on, let's see who knows and who doesn't know. Does anybody who wasn't educated by me about him, does anybody know who he is? Does anybody know anybody? Nobody, right? Anybody know? No clue. Looks like somebody you should know. Hell yeah. I'll tell you what. Nope. Nobody knows, right? And then look at this. Look at this, folks. This is my new headshot that's been getting so many positive comments on Facebook. I've never gotten so many positive comments from a photo before. Look at this photo. Don't I look just like the guy? I tell you, I decided that this was going to be my headshot. Thank you. He's older than me in this photo. I decided this was going to be my headshot once I became aware of how similar I looked to him. See, because this guy, Arnold Kopelson, is the most successful celebrity entrepreneur in history. And nobody knows who he is. And that's my whole point. You see, you say the word celebrity and there's all kinds of baggage on the word celebrity. There's all kinds of preconceptions about what celebrity means. People don't know what celebrity means. People don't know what celebrity entrepreneurship is. Nobody knows. I invented this stuff. Now, he did it. He did it. He didn't formalize it. He just did it. And it kind of fell in his lap. You know why it fell in his lap? Because he was a lawyer. And he grew up in Brooklyn. He became a lawyer. Then he made a movie called Porky's. It became the 5th highest grossing movie of 1982. Then Johnny Carson partnered with him in a bank in Hollywood. Who thinks that a bank in Hollywood in 1979, 1980, 81, 82, with Johnny Carson as your partner, lending money to Hollywood people in Hollywood, who thinks that would be hugely successful? Type in I do if you do, or I don't if you don't. Anybody? Who thinks Johnny Carson's bank would be a sure thing in the late 70s and early 80s when he was the #1 host on television? Anybody? Nobody? Did I lose you guys? Bust, huh? It was a bust. I mean, look, to me, if I could be partners with the #1 host on television in anything, that seems like a sure thing to me. But it put him millions of dollars in debt. How do I know this? Because I became best friends with his middle son. He had 3 kids. And his kid, Evan, was my roommate in college. And this guy, and I got to be like, you know, this whole Acapulco thing. You guys have heard me talk about Acapulco. Who's heard me talk about Acapulco? Write Acapulco in the chat if you've heard me talk about Acapulco. Go ahead, type it in the chat if you heard me talk about Acapulco. Who else? Anybody? Can't spell it. You guys know Acapulco, Allie and I, we've had some of our best vacations. We vacationed many times in Acapulco. Why? Because I went there with Arnold Kopelson. I went there and stayed in this villa with him and his family. And then I started working. He produced this movie, Platoon. He won an Academy Award for Platoon. Here he is winning Best Picture for Platoon. Yeah, he produced that. And then from there, he went on to produce all kinds of movies. I worked on this little piece of nothing called Firebirds with Nick Cage, Tommy Lee Jones, and Sean Young. But from there, he went on to produce all kinds of movies, including The Fugitive, which was nominated for an Academy Award, and Twisted, starring Sam Jackson, Andy Garcia, and Ashley Judd. The Devil's Advocate. Seven, with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. I mean, the guy produced $3 billion worth of box office hits as the top producer in Hollywood for the studios. Why? How did he get that? I'm telling you, it's not just from winning an Academy Award. That's part of it. That's part of it. But I went on his bio on Wikipedia and I looked at his bio. And what does it say? Well, in addition to the Academy Award. He won a Golden Globe and an Independent Spirit. He got a Best Picture Academy Award nomination for Fugitive. He was Producer of the Year by the National Association of Theater Owners, Lifetime Achievement in Filmmaking from Cinema Expo International, Motion Picture Showmanship Award from the Publicists Guild of America, Variety Showbiz Expo's Hall of Fame, other awards for productions of Outbreak, Seven, and The Devil's Advocate, including the Deauville Film Festival's highest award for a significant contribution to the entertainment industry, and the New York Law School Distinguished Alumnus Award for Lifetime Achievement. Those are his awards. Let's just say, let's go to the notes. Celebrity entrepreneurship. Number 1 includes awards. And what I'm here to tell you is, hey, it'd be really nice if you could win an Academy Award, but none of us are going to win an Academy Award. What can we win? We can win other awards. There are other awards to win. Everybody who comes to Harvard gets an award. Why do I do that? For this right here. Because entrepreneurs, celebrity entrepreneurs need awards. That's why I give you awards. What else is involved in celebrity entrepreneurship? Well, awards are a key part. What else? Products. Products. He produced these movies, right? So they were products, DVDs, videos. You need products. What are my products? Well, I have a bunch of different products. I have New TV Power box set, which is also a members area. I have all of my books. I have audio CD sets of some of my programs, and I want to do more. I have a product called How to Write a Book Without Typing a Word. I have another product called How to Create a Print-on-Demand Paperback, Kindle book, and audio CD set for under $1,000 in less than 30 days. The Income Doubler is a product. The Income Doubler Seminar is a product. My Harvard event is a product. My NASDAQ event is a product. I write books with people. That's a product. See? Like, here's my book writing thing. I write books with some of my clients. That's a product. And these books become products. Entrepreneurs need to have products. His products were hit movies. Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Falling Down with Michael Douglas, Out for Justice with Steven Seagal, Triumph of the Spirit with Willem Dafoe, Murder at 1600 with Wesley Snipes and Diane Lane. Those are his products. Products. What's the third part of celebrity entrepreneurship? He lectured on filmmaking at Harvard Business School, American Film Institute, Tisch School of the Arts at New York University, New York Law School, the Writers Guild of America, the Independent Feature Project West, the University of Southern California, and the University of California at Los Angeles. He lectured. See that? He lectured. Now you may be saying, oh, well, sure, of course he lectured. He's an Academy Award winning producer. Yeah, but I could never lecture. I'm not an Academy Award winning producer. And what I'm telling you is you don't have to be an Academy Award winning producer to be a lecturer at a prestigious place. Look at where he lectured. Harvard Business School, American Film Institute, Tisch School of the Arts at New York University, New York Law School, the Writers Guild of America, Independent Feature Project West. These are all prestige speaking. These are VIP speaking gigs that he did. What I have identified is that if you want to be a celebrity entrepreneur, and we all agreed, like nobody knew who he was, right? So him being a celebrity entrepreneur, that doesn't mean he was famous. He was only famous in the eyes of his customers and prospects. And I'm going to get to who they were in a second, but I'm telling you, you don't need to be worldwide famous. He wasn't worldwide famous, and he sold $3 billion worth of products. Who were his customers and prospects? His customers and prospects were studio heads, like the head honchos of Paramount, 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers, the studios that he worked for. See, They paid him millions of dollars to produce these movies. Once he became an Academy Award-winning producer, they paid him millions of dollars to work for them. They were his customers and prospects. Who else was his customers and prospects? Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Those were his customers and prospects. Arnold Schwarzenegger was his customer and prospect. In order to get Arnold Schwarzenegger to be in your movie, he's a prospect. You got to sell him on the deal. And what I'm telling you is that in order for him to be who he needed to be in this process, he needed celebrity entrepreneurship. And what were the elements that he used? Awards, products, VIP speaking. Oh, but Clint, I can't speak at Harvard Business School. Hey, April. April Armstrong, are you there? This must be you right here. Is this you, April Armstrong, right there?
I'm here. Yes, this is me.
Okay, good. Let me ask you a question. A couple of years ago, didn't I see you speak at an event sponsored by the Entrepreneurship Club of Harvard Business School at the Harvard Faculty Club? Didn't I see you?
Yes, you did, Clint.
Now, that's not exactly Harvard Business School. It's not exactly Harvard Business School, but it's pretty close, isn't it?
It's pretty damn close because it's Harvard.
I mean, you spoke for a Harvard Business School club at the Harvard Faculty Club.
People don't even, they don't even hear you after they hear the word Harvard. They check the box and you're credible.
Interesting. He spoke at Harvard Business School. You spoke for the Entrepreneurship Club of Harvard Business School. Where else have you spoken that had some status, VIP status? Anyplace else?
West Point.
West Point. Oh, now look, that's not the University of Southern California or the University of California at Los Angeles or the Tisch School of the Arts in New York University. It's not one of those schools. But West Point's pretty good too, don't you think?
Some might say it's even better.
Hells to the yeah. And that's what I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you that Arnold Kopelson was a VIP speaker. He used VIP speaking as part of his celebrity entrepreneurship strategy of marketing that I'm advocating for all of you, that I have created. Guys, nobody else has this. There's nobody else doing celebrity entrepreneurship in the world. Only us, me and you. If you're on this webinar right now, you're one of less than 50 people in the whole world who even knows about this yet. What else? What else is the essential elements of celebrity entrepreneurship? Awards, products, VIP speaking. Oh yeah. Where do you watch, do you ever watch the Academy Awards, April?
I do.
And where do you watch the Academy Awards?
Where do you watch them? I mean, I guess I tend to watch them, at home or at a party.
Okay, is there a device that you use to watch those things?
On TV.
Oh, TV!
Yes, TV.
On
75 TV, in fact, to be specific.
On TV. Now, look, here is Arnold Kopelson giving his acceptance speech for his Best Picture Academy Award. Where is he doing that? Oh, Arnold Kopelson winning an Oscar for Platoon. He's on TV. Now, it just so happens this video of him is now immortalized on YouTube, as are all my TV appearances. But Clint, I could never get on the national or international TV shows that Arnold Kopelson was on when he was winning the Academy Award. So, do your best. April, have you been on TV?
Thanks to you, Clint, yes.
Yeah, what clips do you have for us to watch tonight of you on TV, April?
These two clips, Clint, if there's time, there's two, but they're both from Good Morning New Mexico, the NBC affiliate in New Mexico.
Okay, good. Good. Casey Messer. I love it. I love Casey Messer. She's a real sweetheart and a doll. Look, these are the first four aspects. These are the first four aspects. Awards. Oh, have you won any awards, April?
I have a fifth entry for you on your list, but Clint,
I have more.
Harvard.
You won an award at Harvard, so you're an award-winning speaker at Harvard. Where else did you get an award?
West Point.
Oh, West Point too. They gave you an award at West Point. How wonderful is that? Look, it's not an Academy Award, but you got an award from Harvard and from West Point. Those are not too shabby, my friends.
And I have to credit you, Clint, because they actually were gorgeous. Like, they're gorgeous. They could be an Academy Award. I mean, they're that elegant. They're not cheesy. Like, they're elegant.
I know. Even that.
And Allie, just you have taste.
Even that West Point certificate award that we gave you was nice. Did you frame it?
I have not yet framed it, but it is in a temperature controlled like vault until I do.
Sweetie, put it in a nice frame. And let me show you guys. I got to show you guys. Let me show you guys. Let me show you how oh, there you go. Let me show you how Arnold Kopelson frames stuff. Because after his freaking funeral last week, I went to his house to go look at the Academy Award. See, that's the real thing. See that? Can you see that, April?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, let's zoom in and see what it says down here. Look what it says. What do you see there?
I hate to say it, Clint, but first of all, I have to say your and Allie's awards look even just nicer than the true Academy Award. But that does say Academy Award, and that's very, very cool. To Platoon, Best Picture. I mean, how freaking cool is that?
Arnold Kopelson, producer.
1986. Yep.
That's the real deal, my friends.
Awesome. That's like wicked. That's wicked cool.
I mean, doesn't it just look like money? It looks like money because it is money, my dear. When you do celebrity entrepreneurship the way Arnold Kopelson has done it, it means money. So let's take a look at what he's done. Let me move these a little bit out of the way. So here is the Academy Award. In the center on his mantle. This is in his screening room. And then we'll slide over to the left. What's on the left? Well, there's Arnold Kopelson standing next to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is there a bigger movie star in the history of movies? No. That's celebrity attachment. Oh, by the way, April, do you have any celebrity attachment photos of you with celebrities, like recognizable celebrities, like, kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Do you have any of those?
That was going to be my number 5 suggestion for your list. Celebrity attachment photos.
Oh, celebrity attachment photos. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. 5 celebrity attachment photos. Good. There he is with Schwarzenegger. Let's move over here. Who's that? You recognize that guy?
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno. At the time, I mean, look, when Arnold Kopelson was the king of Hollywood throughout the 90s and the 2000s, who was the top TV host on television? Jay Leno.
Jay Leno.
Yeah. All right. Then what do we have? We have Arnold Kopelson, picture of him on TV accepting his award. And what is he doing while he's accepting that award?
Speaking at a podium.
He's speaking at a freaking podium. That's exactly what he's doing. Speaking at a podium. Not at some seminar, walking around on the stage like, Joyce Joya wanted. Joyce Joya didn't want to talk at a podium. Joyce Joya had to be free from the podium. She had to speak free, like at a regular seminar, because she doesn't get it. It's the podium. That's where
about the podium.
Podiums are where powerful people speak. They speak at podiums.
Podiums equal power.
It's so true.
Potent.
It is so true. Now, who's this guy? This guy is like, the chairman of Paramount Pictures, something like that. I don't know who he is. Then there's the award. Then we slide over here. Who's that? That's Sherry Lansing, the top female studio executive of all time. She was president of Paramount or something like that. And then this guy, I don't know his name, but this is another super high level player in the motion picture industry. Another studio honcho. So in a sense, these people, 1, 2, and 3, these are like, you know how when you see me speak, I will show you testimonials from Lisa Sasevich and from Dan Kennedy. Those are industry celebrities. It's an industry specific form of celebrity attachment. This is not just anybody in the industry. Like, I'm not showing you pictures of, like, I don't show you pictures of, like, gosh, just some nobody. I show you pictures from Lisa. If I'm going to show you a testimonial from somebody in the industry, it's Lisa Sasevich and Dan Kennedy, arguably leaders, celebrities in the industry. That's what he's got going on here. 1, 2, 3 celebrities in his industry. And then who's this other picture? Well, that's Hollywood's favorite president, Bubba, right there. Him, his wife, and Bubba.
And Bubba's rocking the TV green.
Yeah, Bubba's rocking neon green, and his wife is rocking some like pinkish red, right? And Arnold, I don't know what he's wearing there. God bless him.
Arnold was clearly not trained by Clint.
It's true. His wife was. Look at her in this red right here. She knows what she's freaking doing.
Yep.
What was he wearing here? Oh, Arnold's got a TV blue tie on over here. That's good. Here he's got a red tie. Not neon, but better than nothing. Here he's got a TV blue tie on right there. Oh, wow. Is that the same photo shoot? Is this the same thing? He's got a pocket square here. I wonder if he's got a pocket square here. Nope. Different pocket. Different event. Very interesting. Same tie, different event. So, my friends, this is how Arnold Kopelson... Now, remember, you didn't know who he was. None of you knew who he was. And yet, I'm telling you, and I've demonstrated to you, he was the king of Hollywood. In the 1990s and the 2000s, there was no bigger producer in Hollywood. There was no more successful producer in Hollywood than Arnold Kopelson. Nobody knows who he is. That's the beauty of celebrity entrepreneurship. You don't give up your anonymity. It does not require you to be quote unquote famous. You don't have to be a household name. You don't have to be recognizable. You don't have to have paparazzi chasing. You don't have to have people coming up to you for autographs. If you don't have any of those things and you're like, well, this isn't working, I'm not making it. No, wrong. He didn't have any of those things. What did he have? He had an award. He had TV. He had VIP speaking. He had celebrity attachment photos. He had products. That's what he had. And I'm telling you, you don't need an Academy Award. What you need is what I got. What you need is what I've invented. What you need are our things that we are doing. And if you use the things that we are doing together, you can become a dominant player in your world, just the way he dominated the most competitive industry in the whole entire world. Hollywood in the if you think about Hollywood in the 1990s and the early 2000s, there was nothing more than Hollywood at that time. There was nothing. It was the dominant industry of the world. It shaped culture. It was like making all the money. It had all the glamour. Everybody wanted to be in Hollywood in the 90s and the 2000s. And this man dominated Hollywood with these tools, with these marketing assets. Now, there's one more that I advocate for us that he didn't have. And that is best-selling books. He didn't have that. But he had $3 billion worth of movies, which is better. And what I'm saying is, we can't have Academy Awards, but we can have awards. And if you don't get one of mine, get an Inc. 5000 award. Get something. I got Dan Kennedy's Info Marketer of the Year award. Changed my whole life. I had a guy today. I did a phone call with a guy. I did a podcast with him in 2010, 2011, way back when I was living the last year of my life for the first time. I did a podcast interview with this guy. And I spoke to him today, and he's like, Clint, you've become a superstar in the industry. Everybody knows who you are. That's from the award, Dan Kennedy's. Not that the award made me famous. The award was a tool that I have leveraged. I have leveraged this tool. Products. I have my products. VIP speaking. I speak at Harvard, the Harvard Club, at West Point. I'll be speaking at West Point again in May. Yes. Can you believe it, April? I'm going back. I'm doing it again. I am speaking at Coca-Cola. I'm speaking at Coca-Cola in December. At Mercedes. I go on TV all the time. I'm booked to appear on my 101st television appearance next week in Phoenix. Celebrity attachment photos. I got plenty of them. And I got best-selling books. I got all these tools. And I'm here to tell you, folks, look, I don't live in a 9,000 square foot mansion north of Sunset Boulevard in Beverly Hills like him. That's approximately a $16 million house. I don't have a $16 million house, but I got some very nice real estate, my friends. I have a pretty nice net worth. I don't have his net worth, but I'm not him. Coca-Cola is the weekend of December 10th. Saturday, Sunday, that weekend. I haven't produced movies. Think about this. I haven't produced movies with the biggest movie stars in all time, but I'll tell you what. I got some serious net worth, my friends. I don't have his net worth, but I'm younger than him. I wonder, considering how, in the grand scheme of things, I didn't produce the 5th most popular box office film of 1982 like he did. I didn't produce Platoon, and I wasn't the producer of Platoon. I didn't win an Academy Award. What have I done on that scale? Nothing. I don't have anything compared to this guy. And yet, I make a lot of money. I have a lot of impact, a lot of influence, a lot of success. I do my own thing. I have total control of my own life. 100% freedom, power, and adventure. Exactly the way I want. Which is what celebrity entrepreneurship is really all about. And I'm telling you that these are the tools that he used and that I use. This is the only tool that he didn't use, the best-selling book. All these other tools, he got them all. It just dropped into his lap, this son of a bitch. Dropped right in. An Academy Award gave him products that became bestsellers, made him a VIP speaker, put him on television, and gave him all kinds of celebrity attachment photos, and he leveraged that to dominate the most competitive industry in the world. And you don't need this level of success to dominate your industry, because your industry is not nearly as competitive as his. And your level of aspiration and potential is not nearly on the level of his. And therefore, we don't need the level of marketing assets that he needed to compete at his level. We need what I can deliver. We need what we can create together. We need the level of marketing that celebrity entrepreneurship makes available to each of us right now in what we're doing. And I'm telling you, my friends, this phone, this laptop I'm using right now is generating massive income outsized income compared to everybody else in the industry because I'm leveraging celebrity entrepreneurship. And if you're not leveraging it as hard as I am, why not? There is nothing more important. In the great words of my great mentor. Now, Arnold Kopelson was a great mentor of mine. He inspired me, changed my life, rocked my world, hijacked my life into a dimension that I never expected. He was surely one of my great mentors, especially considering how he embodied celebrity entrepreneurship. Without even really, if I had said to him, Arnold, are you a celebrity entrepreneur? He'd be like, what? I'm an entrepreneur. He would say, what? I'm an entrepreneur, but, I'm not a celebrity. Yeah, I get it. And that's my point. You don't have to be famous to be a celebrity entrepreneur. Celebrity entrepreneurship is a style of marketing. It is a marketing strategy. It uses a specific skill set and tool set to accomplish your goals. In the words of my great entrepreneurial and marketing mentor, Dan Kennedy, especially when selling to the affluent, who you are is more important than what you actually do. Boom! Boom! And that's what this is all about. That's what celebrity entrepreneurship is all about. Becoming a bigger who. That's what this is about. Who are you? I'm the best-selling author of these books. I'm the speaker who has awards from these places. Becoming a bigger who in your own Whoville. Whatever your Whoville may be, that's right. Becoming a bigger who in Whoville. And Whoville is populated with your customers and prospects. And that's it. The whole world doesn't have to need to know who you are. Your customers and prospects have to know you're the guy, or you're the gal, or you're the person, whatever your third gender may be. Oh my God, can you believe they just signed, I think New York City Mayor de Blasio just signed a thing allowing for a third gender on birth certificates. So whatever your gender may be, that you're the person. As Dan Kennedy said, he said, look, my wife broke her wrist. I knew I needed an operation. It wasn't a question of whether I was going to buy an operation. I was buying an operation. The question was who was going to be the guy? Who? That's the most important thing. And your only job, if you're smart, see, this is the problem that I have with Kevin Freem and hiring all these employees and focusing on hiring all these employees, Kevin. I get that. I get how you want to leverage employees to make more money and have more impact and influence. I get it. But you know what? According to my mentor, Dan Kennedy, really the only thing that matters is who you are. That's the only thing that matters. So if that's all that matters, why would you do anything else besides focusing on whoing? That's what I don't understand. See, that's all I do. All I do is focus on who. That's it. I deliver service to clients. And and believe me, Deborah, we're going to Deborah soon. We're going to watch some clips of April, and then we're going to go to Deborah. And Deborah knows as much as anybody that I deliver service to clients, because I delivered an hour of service to Deborah and turned her into a magic messenger who's booked herself on 2 TV shows that I'm aware of so far. 2 for 2, 2 calls, 2 bookings. 1 hour, I transformed Deborah into an unlimited celebrity. Deborah, you have unlimited potential. You do understand now, Deborah. You have unlimited celebrity potential, right?
I do.
You
Thanks
could.
to you.
You could book yourself on as many shows as you want. However much time you spend on this process is what you're going to get out of it. You want to do 50 shows by the end of next year? That's entirely up to you. You get that, right?
Get it.
So I do deliver.
Absolutely.
I deliver what I promise and more. But really, all I work on is whoing. That's my job. My job, my real job, and your job. You, Deborah. You, Darren. You, Dan Luzonis. You, Alexander and Arcady. You, April. You, Tamisa. You, Kevin Freem. I hope you're still on here. I don't see him on here. Too bad. Tom Mack. All of y'all. You think your job is doing whatever you do. Wrong! Your job is becoming a bigger who. The bigger who you become, the happier you will be. All right, let's take a look at April's clips, and then we will go to Deborah and talk about her experiences of booking herself off cold calls. So, you're still on here, April, right? You're still unmuted. Let's see what you got here. I'm going to reduce the
Well, get this, 10,000 Americans retire each and every day. 71%, though, are searching for a new job. So what is the secret to really starting over? April Armstrong, she has some answers. April, were you once at that point of, hey, I got to start over too?
Wow. Okay. This was interesting. I've never seen them do this before, April. What did they do? They showed you in some kind of a speaking... what is that? That's some kind of speaking engagement that you were doing, right?
That's at a one speaking engagement, but you'll notice the next one, Clint, is the Harvard speaking engagement with you.
Yep.
They chose that image.
Here, we'll let it play out.
April Armstrong, she has some answers. April.
Boom. There's April speaking at my original Harvard event.
Clint straight back in the back.
Yep, there I am standing right there. Man, this was a great one. This was a truly great one. And this podium, see that podium? I'm not sure if that was our podium or their podium. Man, that podiums, you gotta love them. Very interesting how they position you with your VIP speaking. Let's continue.
Once at that point of, hey, I got to start over too, and that's how this started, coaching, right?
Absolutely. I tell you, my fiance comes home one day and he says, April, I know we haven't talked about this, but I just accepted a new job in Nashville with a law firm, so we're packing up our stuff and we're moving to Tennessee.
Whoa.
Wow, this is fantastic. April Armstrong, you know, you're so awesome. You have such a beautiful smile and so much energy and such beautiful hair and great eyes and great energy, and you're wearing a pink dress, neon pink, and she starts talking to you about whatever blah 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 she says. I don't even remember what she says, but what do? You just launch straight into a story. I love it.
My fiance comes home one day and he says, April.
And you have hands. And you have your feet flat on the floor, like I tell you to do, and you're sitting on the edge of the couch. You know, was it helpful that I was with you in studio with Ken Carr at the Morning Blend? I mean, did you learn all this stuff when I went with you, or what do you think?
Clint, I mean, that was super helpful. There's no doubt about that in terms of just reducing the freak out factor and the intimidation factor of being in a TV studio. So massive yes on that. But honestly, just everything you've ever said and like all of your training and, you know, honestly, just everything you've ever said, like finally kind of like starting to come together on some level. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm looking forward to whatever coaching tips, but yeah, you've talked about the hands, you've talked about the feet, you've talked about wear a bright color, you know, be fun, be more energy. I mean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And the story, the importance of story. And we worked on this story a lot.
We did through your, yes, through the titanium coaching. Yes, and honestly, Clint, that was massive, like super, super, super helpful. I would never on my own ever have done that, and I would have, yeah, so can't even say enough about it.
You got to have story, my friends. You got to have story. I would say, honestly, there's a couple other things here. Like, there's a subset of VIP speaking, and that subset is stories.
In fact, Clint, can I just say something super quick on that? Because when I got here, Casey and the producer said, hey, actually, we're only going to have, 3 to 3.5 minutes, not 5 minutes. And at first I said, well, I could drop the story, I could drop the mistakes. And Casey said, and the producer said, actually, we like stories. We don't want you to drop the story. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I almost didn't even have a freaking story. I have a freaking story.
I tell you, man, my biggest mistake was when I was on the Today Show that I didn't, and it's tough because they want what they want. And a lot of times they don't have the time for you to indulge in a personal story, but you gotta have story and you gotta be able to tell stories really fast. And if I could redo anything about my appearance on the Today Show, there's 2 things I would have redone. Number 1, I would have said, he goes, we can make a list and we can do all these things, but how do we, and we can, put it on our list that we want to get to the top of Mount Everest, but how do we keep from falling off track? And I said, invest in mentors and in mentorship. And what I should have said right there was, 10 years ago, when I was driving the cab, the smartest thing I did when I couldn't even afford it was to invest $400 a month in my first business coach. Because it was that mentorship from my coach that got me out of being a taxi driver and into the gourmet food industry, and then ultimately writing my book about how I became successful selling butter, and that's why I'm here today. And that's a quick little story insert right there that got left out of my Today Show appearance, and I only wish I had a coach who could have really drilled it into me the way I've drilled it into you to get the story in. Let's take a listen. Let's continue.
I know we haven't talked about this, but I just accepted a new job in Nashville with a law firm, so we're packing up our stuff and we're moving to Tennessee.
Whoa, okay.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm not moving to Tennessee. I love you, but
yeah.
I'm starting over.
Okay.
And so I found myself having to make a brand new life that I had not seen coming.
Okay, so help people out, because I think a lot of people get really stuck or comfortable, but they're not necessarily that happy with the job that they are embracing, but how can they really take that leap of faith? What do they need to do?
And I tell you, I just read in Business First here in Albuquerque. Albuquerque is one of the top destinations in the country for job seekers. So there are a lot of people in this area who are looking to make that big new.
Great hands, April. Very active hands and hand gestures, and no nice girl hands so far. Like Casey. Here's Casey with nice girl hands, but you don't have any nice girl hands. Let's continue.
Okay.
And I say there's really 5 secrets that I feel like I've learned that can help you make that transition and start that new life with greater ease.
Okay.
See it all as a great adventure. I learned this from Richard Branson. That man is what I call an adventure capitalist. He's flying hot air balloons all over the country. Maybe he'll be in one of the balloons
right.
Or he's starting a spaceship company or buying a private island.
Right.
But believe it or not, it doesn't all go perfectly for him.
Okay.
But he sees everything in his life as a great adventure.
Okay.
And so should you.
I like that.
Talk with your body. Olivia Newton-John's got that classic song where she sings, "Let me hear your body talk."
Yes.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about, not just your...
April Armstrong singing on TV, folks. Yes. And I mean, just mercilessly dropping in celebrity names, loving it. Let's continue.
Head, but also your heart and your gut. Research really shows they each have unique information they can contribute to you to help guide you in that process of making that new start.
Okay. Listen to that gut or
Listen
heart.
to the gut and
yeah.
your heart. Exactly. You have to be willing to ask. And speaking of asking, what is Oprah Winfrey's superpower? asking questions.
Right.
And I really believe that the most powerful questions when you're making a new start in your life don't have immediate answers. My favorite question to ask when I'm making a new start is, what would it take for this to turn out even better than I could possibly imagine? And just let that hang in the air.
Okay, I do.
It takes you out of problem and puts you into a space of possibility.
Of like, what if it does work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Look on the bright side of it. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And our release stress, and I don't mean just manage stress,
Yeah.
I mean get it out of your body. My favorite technique for getting it out of my body is something called access bars. You just lie back and someone is just touching these points on your head.
Oh.
And you literally just feel the stress melt away.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Ending up.
And the
And
tea.
finally, tea. I learned this from Prince. This man was willing to try new things all the time. And so tea is standing for trying new things.
Okay.
In my case, when I was starting over, I took classes to learn to ride motorcycles. I ended up buying a Harley Davidson.
Oh my gosh.
It changed my life.
Wow.
I love it.
Listen.
So trying new things
Okay.
will help you make that new start with confidence, fun, and power.
Okay. Listen, your book, it's coming out soon, so we can look for it on your website. It's aprilarmstrong.live, the Day One Executive. Look for it coming very soon to April's website. Thank you so much.
Wow. Holy cow. That was fantastic, April.
Thank you so much, Clint. That means a lot after all your coaching and stuff. Thank you.
You know I just don't say it. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you, Clint.
Wow. Congratulations. That was great. Let's see. There's a different one here. Another one, Lifestyle Executive. Let's see this one. Then we're going to Deborah. Uh-oh, this one might blow up the webinar.
If needed, Clint, I can maybe show this one at a future once I have a chance to pull it.
Yeah, let's do that because I don't want to blow up this webinar. I just don't have time for the webinar to blow up and restart and everything like that.
Understand.
All right. Wow. Well, let me ask you this. How has all of this work impacted your life?
Clint, I mean, honestly, it's surreal on some level. Like, I can't even believe I'm doing any of this. Like, I'm so grateful to you and to Allie. Like, massively, you've opened a huge door. I can't even begin to say. I mean, just confidence building, honestly. Certainly the communication, piece, and I've heard you talk about this more in some of your own marketing, and I think it's so spot on that you just become a better, sharper, more on point communicator. And honestly, in my own personal world, I'm working with executives who are regularly on national TV and stuff like in Wall Street Journal and stuff like this. And it's odd. I mean, it's weird. It's like they definitely perceive me as being in a different sort of stratosphere, compared to most consultants, because I get that. I've also been on TV. No, I haven't been on national TV, but I've been on TV, and pretty much no other consultant in our space has that I know of. And so it gives me something like instantly kind of in common, and it gives me a level of confidence, honestly, with these people that I just know that I would not have otherwise.
Good. And what about, have you gotten any big speaking gigs out of this stuff on your own, aside from speaking at Harvard and West Point, etc.?
Yeah, I've definitely had, a couple of speaking engagements come through, and I think part of it is they've seen, clips and stuff, and they know, this person's low risk, or just she's got to deliver.
Good. What's the biggest audience you've been in front of as a result of the work we've done together?
Probably for me, I would guess about 250 people.
That's pretty good, April. That's pretty good. That's a big audience.
Now we're going to get her back on TV. Yay.
It's a big audience.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
This is the most significant external marketing and positioning I certainly have, and I really think anyone can do. It really does set you apart.
What's the main website you send people to?
For this stuff, Clint, I've been sending, starting with Casey, I've been sending them to actually the website you suggested I set up in, my Titanium VIP day with you, but aprilarmstrong.live.
Yep, this one.
This is where all of this, they have the book and stuff.
Good. So let's see what it looks
Yeah.
like. This one. All right. Well, look here. Like, what you're not getting is like you're using marketing that anybody can use. And I know these are good photos. These are beautiful photos. But like, you know what picture should be up here? Up here should be you and the most interesting man in the world, or Suzanne Summers. Who do you have?
Okay. Yeah, I've got Suzanne. I've got Buzz. I've probably somewhere got the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I have a video there. I have a sizzle reel. And, do you have a sizzle reel yet?
Not yet.
Why not?
It's coming.
Get some more TV knocked out so we can get you a sizzle reel.
Yeah, totally agree, Clint.
Yeah. Or get more speaking. Get more high quality speaking so that we can do for you what we did for Tom Mack. I mean, I'll play you Tom Mack's sizzle. It's basically all his speaking. Look at this Tom Mack sizzle.
The next guest is here to help us beat online predators, cyberbullies, and internet addiction at home.
We have Tom Mack here.
The #1 international best-selling author of Not in My House, creator of Enrich Engagement Technology and the Hot Prospect Formula, a featured speaker at Harvard, NASDAQ, Microsoft, and Coca-Cola. He appears frequently on ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox TV News and talk shows. He's the recipient of the Entrepreneurial Innovator Award at Harvard and the #1 international best-selling author of How to Convert Trade Show Leads into Cash and Customers, the CEO of Enrich Automation, Mr. Tom Mack.
I would like to thank Bill Gates and the wonderful people at Microsoft for having me here today. At a young age, I learned something really important: how to make money. I earned so much money repairing, renovating, and fixing up Volkswagen Bugs when I was in high school that I went off to college with enough money in the bank to pay my own way the whole 4 years. The biggest problems that people have are getting leads and turning them into sales. That's every business's biggest problem. Today, my entire company is focused on solving that problem of converting leads into sales. Enrich Automation sets you apart and delivers an irresistible customer experience. We literally have a robot named Richie, and he makes that problem of the bloody battlefield disappear. And that's why I wrote my book, How to Convert Trade Show Leads into Cash and Customers, because every business should be able to double their income. Facing your problems, that's what equips you to win in life, because your problems are the pathways to gold.
He didn't have a lot of TV. That's the big deficit in this sizzle reel, is he doesn't have much TV. But he had a lot of speaking. He came through our Diamond program, and he went to Coca-Cola and Microsoft and Harvard a couple of times and NASDAQ. So, it's up to you, April. Do you want to put in the effort and make the TV happen, or do you want to just show up for some more of our events, like NASDAQ or Coca-Cola and Microsoft? And, we have one coming up. We have a new one that we're doing at the New York City Bar Association. New York City Bar. Super cool. And the question is, this is a great picture. I took that picture. Yeah, right? I took that picture. That was a great picture. The question is, what do you want to do? But, we'd love to get you a sizzle, but I think you need a little bit more stuff. You let us know. Let us know what you want to do, okay? But get some more stuff, and let's get this sizzle to happen for you, okay?
Thanks, Clint.
Love you.
Allie.
Love you. Oh, last question. What's your advice to people who want to grow up and be like April and be able to perform great on TV like you did on that show with Casey?
Do what Clint said. Yeah. And honestly, if you're really serious about wanting to like develop this aspect of yourself, I mean, I'm definitely a believer in, the titanium program was, awesome, and just the value of it, awesome.
Right on, baby. Right on. Love you. All right, I am going to move on now, and I got to go to someone who I've been so excited to talk to. I get to go to someone who I'm so excited to talk to. There she is. Deborah, how the hell are you?
I'm so good.
You're so good. All right, tell everybody how this all came about. Why am I so excited to talk to Deborah?
Because I'm 2 for 2.
2 for 2 what? Like what all happened for you, Miss 2 for 2?
So you and I spent time together, and we whipped up this pitch. And so you said, here's what you do, here's what you say. I listened to it over and over. Then I just dialed on the phone. Actually, I have a trip coming up. I've been traveling way too much, but I have a trip at the end of the month, and I'm teaching a class as a guest out of state. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to call stations close by and see what happens. So pretty much followed it word for word, script-wise, got somebody on the phone. Sounded actually like the first guy was saying no. I don't think we have what you need. Doesn't sound like something we can do. So, okay. Anybody else? No, we just don't have the space. And next phone call, booked right away. They were like, okay, great. And then an hour later...
Whoa. Let's stop here. The second phone call you made, did they even look at the proposal, or did they just book you straight on the phone?
They booked me on the phone, and I said, I had to say, hey, I'll follow up and I'll send you a PDF, and that'll just set you up. You'll have everything you need, all the details, so you can ask questions. And they're like, okay, great. So then they just confirmed, yep, we got it, we're good.
Okay, great. And then an hour later, what happens?
A reporter from the first station called me and said, hey, I'd really like to do that. We've got some space downstairs. We can do that.
That's funny. That's really funny. So what happened? Like, you sent him the PDF and he looked at it and then didn't like it, but I guess he forwarded it to somebody else? Is that it?
No, not at all. She called back not having anything. He said, we actually just remodeled our studio. We no longer have space. All we have is literally like a desk and a camera shot right at it. And he was the anchor. So he's like, I don't think we're your station. It sounds interesting, but I can't really help you. So, okay. Nice. Thank you.
Okay, great. Then an hour later, this lady calls you, and what does she say?
She said, I'm the reporter. I'm the live reporter, and we have a little area downstairs. We can go down. We can do some exercises, and sounds really good. We could do it for our 6 and our 6:30 a.m. spots.
Oh, that's 2 segments that you booked. You're 3 for 2.
Real.
Yeah, she's got 3. Hey, you only need 11 more, and you're gonna tie an Asani.
Okay, so coming back to the first one, the one that first booked is actually a little bit larger. It's Des Moines, so it does not get past me that you call Iowa Podunk, Iowa, but that's where I'm going. So
that's okay. That's the perfect place to start out, Deborah. That's the perfect place to start out. Podunk, Iowa. Look, I just say to my clients, I'm not sending you to Podunk, Iowa. I'm sending you to resort destinations that celebrities go to. Now, I've been on TV in Salt Lake City, Utah in the middle of the winter. I've been on TV in Chicago in the middle of the winter. I've been on TV in Portland, Maine in a blizzard. It was 3 feet of snow. I'm just saying I don't send what I'm trying to say to my clients is I'm not going to send you any place that's going to be a hardship, but if you can book yourself on shows and you're willing to go, or you're already going to places that are off the beaten path of general celebrity recreation activities, and you can get on TV and you're willing to go on TV, that's awesome. These are perfect places for you to go on TV to learn how to be an expert guest on TV.
That's great. Okay, so here's the other possibility. So in this first show, the one covering it in Des Moines, I'm going down there to talk about a live open to the public event that will happen later that afternoon. And if they have a satellite reporter who can come and cover it, that'll be another opportunity to be on.
Beautiful. That'll be 4.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, have you called her segment? Let me bring up her segment. April wants to know what it's about. Let me show you guys her segment. It's a very interesting segment. Let's see. It's called
Muscle fiber.
it's called what kind of fiber is it?
Call it the fast twitch.
Fast twitch, right. Fast twitch. There it is. Do you have a fast twitch muscle problem? This is her segment, folks. Do you have a fast twitch muscle problem? I love it. You know, it is such an unusual segment. That's why I'm laughing, just because I never thought I would write anything like that. That's what makes me enjoy the work that I do, is all these different things that I get to learn about. And, you know, how about, have you called any of the other stations in Des Moines, Iowa?
I have not. My challenge is I am like on the ground in Iowa 4 days, and I am covering 3 different towns. And my 92-year-old mom has limited time, so I can't sacrifice that.
Bring her with you. Hey, I'm telling you, when I did my first national television appearance, I brought my mom with me. I did. And the producer said to me, hey, look, Clint, before we confirm you on the show, I want you to understand, we're not in Miami. We're not even in Fort Lauderdale. We're in Pompano, Florida. And I said, I know. That's why I want to come on your show. My mom lives in Pompano, Florida. This gives me an excuse to go visit my mom.
That's great.
Yeah. Bring your mom with you to the studio. It's cool. It's very cool. Serious.
So good.
Seriously. Hey, look, you know, what's this all worth if you don't get to bring it into your personal life? Don't you want your 92-year-old mom to be able to know that her daughter has gone to the next level and is starting out on her television celebrity career? Don't you want that for your mom?
Yeah.
That's why I say this is going to deliver for you personal, professional, and spiritual transformation. And I think that relationship with you and your mom, and you and yourself in the eyes of your mom, and your mom is just a stand-in for all of the women in your family. Your mom is all of the women. Your mom is the DNA of your family. That's not spiritual. I don't know what is. This is you getting in touch with intergenerational power. Bring your mom.
That's a great frame. Thanks.
It's what I really believe, and I love this part about what I do, being able to profoundly impact the lives of my friends who start out as my clients, but so many of them become my friends. As you can see, I do this because I love all of you guys. And when, you know, I know we're just starting out now, Deborah, but please keep up the great work. and keep making these calls. And at this point, you could just email the producers in Des Moines, Iowa, and the other cities that you're going to, and say, hey, I'm booked on NBC Des Moines or whatever. Like, use the call sign. I don't know what the call sign is. WXYZ TV Des Moines, Iowa, on this day, and I'm coming in. Are you like local? Are you originally from Des Moines?
I lived in Ames, like 20 miles away, for 30 years.
You should say that. You should say, hey, I was local in Ames, and now I live, now I'm in California.
Boulder.
Now I'm a celebrity fitness expert in Colorado. That's what you should say. That's what you should say, really. Hey, I'm originally from Ames. I lived there for 30 years. Now I'm a celebrity fitness expert in Colorado, and my specialty is fast twitch muscle problems. I'm booked on NBC Des Moines and this other show in whatever that show is. And I'm coming into town to visit my 92-year-old mom, and I'd love to come into your studio and bring her with me. Can your mom do any of these exercises?
Probably not some of those specifically. She probably would fall right on the air. That would be bad.
Okay. Well, just say I'm coming. I'd love to come into your studio and bring my mom, who's 92 years old, God bless her, and share with your audience this major important issue, the fast twitch muscle problem, which has impacted celebrities like Halle Berry and Blythe Danner, both of whom broke their feet because of fast twitch muscle problems. And the way I have worked with all kinds of women over 50 to help them feel like they still got it. That's what you got to. You could say that in an email and get more bookings just off cold emails, just like this. I'm telling you, Deborah. Or you could invite them to come and cover your live event.
Okay. Great. Okay. I'll get on that.
All of that. It's yours for the taking, my dear. It is yours for the taking. What is your advice to anyone who is on this webinar who wants to be like you, 3 bookings for 2 phone calls?
Just pick up the phone.
Just pick up the damn phone and dial it, right? Now, in all fairness, how closely did you stick to my script? And did you have it typed up and did you read it? Or how did you do that? Talk about that.
I didn't. I just listened to your recording, and you've done it. You did the recording while we were live. And I didn't want it to sound as if I was reading it. I wanted it to be real and fresh. So, verbatim, no, but it was pretty darn close. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, next time you do this, you should do a screen record while you're doing it. In the members area, I have one of those videos. A woman named Montina Portis came to one of my events, and she was the only one. It was like, okay, day 1, I'm going to teach you how to create a segment and cold call. Day 2, we're going to create individual pitches for people and go over that. That was the seminar. It wasn't Celebrity Launchpad. It was a precursor of Celebrity Launchpad. That's all it was, 2 days. Teaching you how to create segments and pitch. And then on day 2, I went over with the VIPs at that event. I created segments for them. Montina Portis went home after day 1, got on the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning on the second day, and made 8 phone calls and booked herself on a show. And that video, that whole screen capture, is in the members area. Montina Portis books herself on TV.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Okay, great. So was that helpful for you?
No, they all were.
Well, hey, I'd like to have Deborah Atkinson books herself on multiple shows on her way to breaking Nisani's record of 14 bookings before she came to Launchpad. That's the video I want.
Yeah. This is my season, right? I mean, really, to be ready and launching for January in fitness, there is no better time.
Perfect time. And more important than that, Deborah, this is your time.
Yeah.
This is your time in your life. You're here. You're now. Now's the time. I was talking to a guy today, and I'm going to wrap this up on this note. I was talking about how in the beginning of this webinar, I was saying I spoke to a guy whose podcast I did way back in 2010, 2011, when I was way back on The Last Year of Your Life. Before I even became a coach on TV, I was doing this program called The Last Year of Your Life. And since then, I haven't spoken to this guy in years. I haven't spoken to him in years. Tell them to go away, please. I haven't spoken to this guy in years. And he says, Clint, you're a superstar now. You know, he looked at my website. He looked at what I got going. He's like, you've become a superstar in the industry. And we were talking about people that I'm like, you've been doing really good work too. He's like, yeah, I did my 700th podcast episode this year. And he goes, I remember doing an interview with one of my heroes, Ram Dass. You ever hear of Ram Dass, Deborah? Ram Dass wrote a book called Be Here Now. I had the privilege, I started this webinar talking to you about Arnold Kopelson, celebrity entrepreneurship, and the greatest celebrity entrepreneur of all time, Arnold Kopelson. This guy. I met this guy through his son, Evan, who was my roommate, became my best friend for many, many years. Evan and I went and saw Ram Dass when we were in college. He came and gave a lecture at the University of Pennsylvania, and we went. Ram Dass's whole message is be here now. Now is the time. Now is your time, Deborah. It's entirely your time. It's the time for the fast twitch muscle problems. There's no better time. There never will be a better time. Now's your time. And you have all the skills, you have the looks, you have the body, you have the education, you have the publicity, assets, and ammunition to make this happen, and you got to do it. There's nobody else who's going to do it. Nobody. It's up to you. It's up to you to become the celebrity entrepreneur that you know you can be, or that you're starting to have an awareness is possible for you. Now's the time. So get on the phone, smile and dial, send out the emails, make it happen. There is nobody who wants this more for you than me. I want to see you on television. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.